All right, so today on the Men's Circle Cooking Show, we're gonna make 3 cheese tortellini Alfredo. So here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need the tortellini. You can use any kind of tortellini or even fettuccine or different kind of noodles. Most important ingredient, heavy whipping cream. You can get this at any market. Smaller sizes are ideal because you only need about a cup of it. I'm lazy, so I use already chopped garlic. You only need about like a tablespoon of that. Parmesan cheese, don't use the canned kind. That stuff is horrible. It doesn't mix well. This is a little bit better, but if you can get the block, that would be the best flavor. But yeah, this works. Shredded Parmesan cheese. You only need about a cup and a half of that. Definitely butter. This is half a stick of butter. That's important too. So butter. And then as far as extras that most recipes don't call for, I like to throw in some Italian seasoning. You can't see, it's kind of blurry. Italian seasoning. You can use white pepper or black pepper. I personally like the flavor of black pepper more than white. And then just for a little bit of a mix up, a little change up, some paprika, just a little bit, kind of give it that orangey color. Some restaurants do it, not all, but I like to put paprika in mine. And that's pretty much it. All right, while we make our sauce, we're just gonna set a pot of water to boil so we can cook our noodles in it. You know, I don't know, I just put enough for my tortellini to fit in this bowl, so it's about half the bowl. So I'll let that boil while I prepare the sauce.
Do it this way she ate.
Yeah. All right, step 1, you're gonna melt the butter in the pan. Yeah, you can go ahead and like melt it. Go for it. I have an assistant here helping me today. She's gonna learn how to make it for the first time as I teach y'all at the same time. Alright, once the butter's melted, then we're gonna get a tablespoon of garlic or 1 garlic clove. So that's about a tablespoon. Give or take, I like mine extra garlicky. And then you're gonna mix it with the cooked butter, so dump it. And you're gonna cook it till it becomes aromatic. So once you can smell it pretty strong, that's when you know it's done. You don't want to overdo it because if you burn your garlic, it tastes funky. So we're gonna let that cook for a second. Okay, so it's about at that level we wanted it. We poured a cup of heavy whipping cream into our measuring cup. So go ahead and pour it in there and mix it. Yeah. So the butter and the heavy whipping cream doesn't mix very well, so you have to kind of stir it till the yellow is mixed with the actual with the sauce itself. You don't want that floating layer, but you want it to be combined. It takes a little while. All right, so it looks like it's pretty much mixed. See if you can't. It's not gonna focus. Okay, it's about mixed. Yeah, looks pretty much combined. You don't see the little layer above it too much. All right, so now what you're gonna do once they're combined is you're gonna take your cup and a half of Parmesan. You wanna show the, all right, yeah, cup, all right. And mix it in there, you just pour it all in there. And just keep stirring because it's gonna melt. In the meantime, I'll pour the half of the cup. Half. A little extra cheesy. So go for it. Yeah, go for it. Dump it. And then it's gonna get really, really thick. Now, if you like it a little bit thinner, you could add more whipping cream. You could even add water, although that probably takes away some of the flavor. But I like my sauce very thick, so we use a lot of cheese. And yeah, well, we're gonna add seasonings in a second. All right. It looks like it's about melted together, so it's pretty thick in consistency. I'm gonna get a teaspoon of, oh, that's my kids yelling back there. It's a teaspoon of, well, not even a full teaspoon, about half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Go ahead and mix that. Let me see what else. Where did our All right, the pepper, go for it, Sid. Go ahead, add some. That's about good. So like maybe if you were to actually measure it, I would say about a quarter of a teaspoon, or to taste. Yeah, measure with your heart. I like that. And then as far as the paprika goes, I would just get it towards the tint that you want your sauce to be. So a little goes a long way. Yeah, see that? Maybe a little bit more. So like, yeah, like probably like another quarter teaspoon of that, give or take. Yeah, that should be good. And then once that all mixes together, you're pretty much done with the sauce. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks very restaurant level.
Michelin star.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Beautiful. My speckling from the seasonings, thick from the cheese. Yep, pretty good.
Should I turn off the heat?
Yeah, you could turn it off. What happens is that when it sits for a while, it's gonna separate because of the oils in it. We'll just turn it on again and mix it later. In the meantime, we're gonna put our pasta in. All right, so we got our water boiling. We're gonna throw in our tortellini. So go for it. Oh yeah, careful. Yeah, it does splash. So I don't know. I'm not an Italian. I don't know how they do it without burning themselves. If there's like some kind of technique. See, what I like to do is use the same spoon I made the cheese with, and I mix it. I use that to mix. I'm not really gonna do that. This way, it kind of gives it like a garlicky, cheesy flavor as it cooks. Now on the packaging, it says to cook it, I think, for like 3 minutes in boiling water. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I'm sorry, 7 minutes. I don't think that's long enough. I like my tortellini soft. I know, like that's like sacrilegious for Italians. I think they like their noodles a little bit firm. But I am Italian, so I like it softer. So I let it cook for maybe I would say maybe 10 to 15, depending how. I just check it periodically and see how soft it is. If it's the texture I want, then that's where it's at. So yeah, we'll let it boil for a few minutes and then we'll get back to that.
I'm like,
all right. All right, so they're pretty much done. They kind of get really white in color when they're done cooking. So we're gonna strain them now. All right, we're gonna strain it. This is our strainer. Go for it.
Are you strainer in there already?
Yeah, I put it in there already. So we got the old school deep, super deep sink. Steam bath, anyone? All right. And that's what straining looks like. Now, some people like to keep their pasta separated from the sauce. I don't do that. I just mix them together because it's just easier. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Go for it. All right, go for it. And see, look at that nice orangey color from the paprika. And yeah, go for it. Mix it in there. Just be careful with your tortellini because now that they're soft, they can open up. You don't want your tortellinis to open up. I mean, not that it really matters. The cheese will just mix with the sauce. It'll still be delicious. But I personally like to bite it and get that cheese explosion in my mouth. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you had meat, you could have actually cooked the meat almost all the way, maybe 3/4 of the way cooked, and then threw it into your sauce and let it cook with the sauce. But today we're not going to do meat. It's just a straight cheese and pasta dish. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just gonna mix that all together and then we'll have some people taste it and see what they say. All right, and that's our finished product. We're gonna taste test, everybody. Go for it. Chef first. Let's see. What you think?
That's really good.
wow, this is great.
Ash, what do you think?
Good.
Thumbs up.
Good stuff?
Mm-hmm. Cheesy.
Michelin star.
Really cheesy.
This thing is not focusing. There we go.
That's really good, huh?
Alright, well, and there you have it, folks. That's how you make Alfredo sauce with tortellini. All right, that is the Men's Circle Cooking Show for today. You guys have a wonderful one, and feel free to, if you have any questions or you want to tell me if I messed up or did something crazy or wrong or whatever, feel free to throw that in the comments. Thank y'all. Have a good evening.
Comment, critiques.
Yeah, comments and critiques. Oh, there's a little munchkin. All right, bye.